What's up? Welcome back to the vlog. Today, first of all, I wanted to apologize for ending the other vlog so abruptly. I did say in the gym footage that I would answer questions when I got home, and then when I got home, I sacked it off and forgot about it until Thursday night when I was editing the vlog for Saturday. So we just ended up cutting it there. So today, to make it up for you guys, I'll answer some questions from last time and then also questions from this week, and then we'll get into the main point of the video. So yeah, question number one: where are you from? I'm from the beautiful land of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Mixed feelings about where I live, but I'll keep it at that. You know, French Canadian cities. If you know, you know. What is your gym schedule? Oh yeah, I've never really broken that down for you guys, have I? So let's start. Let's say the week starts on Monday. So today is Monday. So Mondays I wake up early. I do a little bike session on my bike, and then at night I'll go do bench. It's a push day. It's my secondary bench day. So it's like temple work and a lot of accessories. On Tuesdays I will have my either a squat day or deadlift day, depending on how fast I do my workouts, my weeks I should say. But yeah, so typically it's a lower body day on Tuesday, so no bike in the morning, only lower body. And after the lower body workout, I'll hop on a treadmill and do as many steps as I need to get to 12k steps. So half an hour, 45 minutes sometimes, maybe an hour sometimes, depending on if I've moved a lot during the day, but usually that's that. On Wednesdays, typically on Wednesdays I go to the office. So Wednesdays, go to the office, go either rock climbing or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And after that, I'll hit a pull workout after doing one of those two workouts. So yeah. On Thursday, it's my main bench day. It's my heavy bench day. So again, I'll bike in the morning and then I'll go and do bench at night. On Tuesdays, if I did deadlifts on Fridays, if I did deadlifts on Tuesdays, I'll squat on Friday, and vice versa. If I squatted on Tuesday, I'll deadlift on Friday. Recently, it's been deadlift Tuesday and Friday squats. So Friday, a more quad focused workout, and Tuesday, a more backside, so glutes and hamstrings. And then on Saturdays, I'll typically hop on the bike again and for a longer period of time. So Saturdays are my typical long session, so 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and a half on the bike. And then Sundays, recently on Sundays, as you guys have seen on my last vlog, I did like a little EBC recap. So every Sunday they have a little meet together, we work out together. It's like a little introduction to High Rocks conditioning-esque workout. So every Sunday I do that, and then after that I'll just take the day off. I'll do my recovery, my stretches, ice baths, saunas, etc. So that's kind of my gym schedule. So yeah. And finally, one more question before I answer the big questions is, can you break down your camera setup really quickly? So as of right now, I am still using a Sony a7 IV paired with a Sony ECM B10 microphone. For the lens, 99% of the time it is a Sony G Master 24 f1.4. Sometimes I'll put on the 85 f1.8 from Sony. I have a variable ND filter 2 to 5 stop from Nisi. Nisi is Nisi. My tripod is a small rig tripod, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I might buy a new one next year, I don't know. And yeah, sometimes you see me wear like the DJI mic, but I haven't worn that in a while. So yeah, I tend to only use one mic and talk to you guys with this mic. That's why I don't talk to you guys a lot in the gym, because 99% of the time I will forget my DJI mic at home. But on days I don't forget, I'll use it in the gym and talk to you guys. But yeah, so that's basically the camera setup. I sold my 24-70 f2.8. I do have a second one. I bought it for like 70% discount, thinking that I could fix it, but it's more of a 35-70 than a 24-70. It doesn't go back down to 24. It's stuck at 35, so I might have to take an L on that purchase. But yeah, I got it for like 300 bucks. So I thought I could fix it. It's still 35-70. I use it sometimes, but it's kind of shit to carry around. But yeah, that is my camera setup. Now the main question, the big question is, one of your recent videos you talked about being confident in front of camera to film and speak. Now can you show us how to film? Yes, I can. So today in this YouTube video, I will try my best. Well, I will try. I need to remember to talk to you guys after I filmed everything. But while I'm going to be at the gym today, I will be filming myself and using various angles and techniques to explain to you guys what I want to do. Well, what I'm doing, so I can make my stuff look better every vlog. But first of all, before we jump into all the angles and shit, you guys need to know what type of lens you guys are using. For me, like I said, I use a f1.4 or f1.8. The lower the f stop on your lens, in my opinion, it will make everything look better. Because I will show you guys this right now. The difference between f1.4, 2.8, 4.0, and then I'm gonna do 8.0, I think. And you can probably tell by the different like little slides of videos here that the background, the higher the f goes, the less blurry the background is when it's focused on the subject. That's one thing that's very important to remember. And number two, the lower your f, the better your camera the better the footage will look at night. So if you're like me and you're a night dweller, night crawler, I would recommend buying something that's f2.8, 1.8, or 1.4. So let's get that out of the way, and let's now talk about the first thing you need to know when it comes to filming. The difference between the wide angle, the medium angle, and the tight shot. So we'll start off with the first one, the wide angle. The wide angle doesn't mean a wide angle lens. The wide angle means you're recording far enough to capture a lot of things. And typically, everybody says is to, in French, is mise en scène, is to set the scene. There we go. So I typically use a wide angle when I'm like walking out the house, walking to the car, or getting ready to lift, or setting up a machine, or something like that. It's just to set up the scene. And that's very important when you're someone like me that doesn't have the luxury of having someone behind the camera holding it and following me around and filming everything that I'm doing. I have to have it a wide angle, and you guys see me, for example, I'm walking out the garage door on my intro last video. It's a wide angle. It's wide enough. You see the garage open, you see me walk out, and that's good enough for me. The medium angle is typically when you want to emphasize on the movement. So not really the facial expression, but the movement. So the medium shot, I'll use it a lot when I'm benching, I'm squatting, I'm deadlifting, I'm doing any exercise. I'll do a medium shot because I want you guys to focus on the movement, right? So it's more to bring the viewer's attention into something. So like this right now is kind of a medium shot in my opinion. You're not close enough to see all my acne, and you're not far enough to see how messy my room is. It's close enough that you guys can focus on me. And this is what I like in a medium shot. So in the gym, you'll see me do it when I'm doing like accessories mainly. So you see a bit more of a close-up, but not too close, so you can see all my acne, like I said, but close enough so you can focus on the actual movement. And then you have the tight shot. The tight shot is to emphasize on facial expressions and or, in my case, weights. So you'll see me do this a lot when I'm putting the weights onto the bar. It's a medium to tight. It's like in the middle of medium to tight. I don't want to do it too tight because I want to use it for my Instagram later, but it's tight enough you guys can actually see, you can count the plates, right? I use the tight shot a lot when it comes to opening car doors, or when I'm struggling with a lift and when I'm doing like very shitty faces. Yeah, that's what you use tight angles for. It's to be more dramatic. So those are the three things you guys need. So those are the three shots you guys need to know before we step into the gym, because everything else that I'll use will be a play on. It'll be a little bit extra on those shots. So it'll be an extra. It's like a medium shot with an extra. It's a tight shot with an extra. So once you guys get that basic down, right? That's the basics. When you guys learn the basics, the fundamentals, then we can start learning about the other stuff that you can add on to it. Now you guys gotta keep in mind that everything I film is on a tripod, so it might get uncomfortable putting the tripod super close, right? So sometimes I'll film medium and in post I'll scale it in. It's a little secret, yeah? Because I don't like lifting like this. Yeah, no, it doesn't look cool, it doesn't look fun. So sometimes I'll record like this and then I will scale it into my face. So little hack. That's how I record everything at 4K. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna meet you guys at the gym. It'll be a regular gym vlog, but after that, we're gonna come back to my room, maybe a different angle, and we're gonna talk about all the things that I filmed and all the techniques that I've used, and hopefully I don't forget anything when I'm filming. I need to write stuff down because I tend to forget to film like one angle, and it pisses me off because I have to go back in time and find an angle that I've used in the past and stuff. So yeah, catch y'all later. Peace. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the gym. Like I said earlier, today's a bench day, and it's my secondary bench day today. So, on my secondary bench day, what we're doing today is we are doing some tempo work and a lot of accessories for my upper body. So, let me give you the lowdown of today's bench session. We're starting off with a triple tempo pause. So I think it's 3 seconds down, 1 second pause in for 3 reps at 285 pounds. And then we have our back downs, which are 2 sets of 5 reps, same tempo, same pause at 250. That's the game plan today. And I'm feeling pretty okay. My bicep doesn't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. My quads are killing me though, but it's whatever. Since the goal is to also record tomorrow, well, tomorrow I think I might just do like an edit for you guys. So today, since I'm gonna record my bench, I'm gonna record every single working set, but as per usual, I won't bore you guys with the warm-up. So I'll catch up with you guys after I did my top set. And yeah, it's getting hot as fuck in here, so. Oof. Okay, let's go. Okay, so overall, feel like I could have done better. My first rep, on my first rep, my lats weren't like fully compressed in, so I lost a bit of power there and I had to fight a lot. And if your first rep is bad, everything else is going to be bad. Like, you can't really recover once your first rep got fucked. But I feel like I'm pretty strong, so I fought through, but you could see that third rep was a bit slower than the two first ones. So I gotta do better next week. So but yeah. Top set's done. I'm gonna take like a quick 3-ish minute breather and go back onto doing 250 for 2 sets of 5. They're all tempo pause too, so still not used to this vlogging thing, but we'll get used to it. Okay, so after the bench, we're gonna move on to our first. Well, we're gonna move on to all of accessories. I have weighted dips, 4 sets of 5 reps with 2 sets at 70 pounds and 2 sets at 60 pounds. Not that bad. We have again OHP, 2 sets of 10 with the dumbbells. And then we have some pull-ups, 2 sets max. I'm 2 sets body weight, so I'll do as much as I can with my body weight. Superset dumbbell curls with dumbbell skull crushers. I want to do that. Get it done fast. I already did dips, so my triceps should be fired up enough. And yeah. All right, cue the music. Let's work out. So the workout is done. I'm gonna go on the treadmill and get my 12K steps in. So I have like 3,000 more steps. So I'm not really gonna run, I'm just gonna walk. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. I'll catch you guys later, maybe probably tomorrow before I go deadlift. And we'll walk through all the angles I got. So hopefully, I try my best, but like I said, Leon's gym's dog shit. It's hard for me to like film everything in one day. So I'm gonna have to go and salvage some clips from other days of recording for you guys to show you guys. But yeah, catch y'all later. Cool. We're back. So after the gym session yesterday, let's talk a bit about the angles and the techniques and stuff and then the editing stuff that I used to make the video a bit more cinematic. All right. Number one, we're gonna talk about using different angles, or wait, that doesn't make sense. Using different heights. So we got the low to high, and then we got the high to low angle. First of all, play around with the height. All right. I got shots from low angle and high angle. Now, obviously, the one with the pull-ups isn't the best. I was filming myself with someone doing muscle-ups instead of pull-ups, so I kind of only covered the bottom of the screen, but that's okay. So yeah, make it more immersive, switch it around, use high to low angles. And again, those are a little bit of a basics I forgot to mention in the first part. So yeah, typically if you have an ego complex or a god complex, the low to high will be your favorite because it makes it so that the viewer is kind of looking up at you, which will be feeding into your egotistical / god complex. And the high to low, if you're like me and hold a bit of fat over here, the high to low, which is right now it's not too high, but it's high enough where you guys don't really see the fact that I sometimes at various angles have a double chin. But also high to low, it could work for like product shots, but that would be like a top down angle. So it's not really high to low anymore. I'm spouting nonsense. But yeah, so yeah. Next is to know your angles. You hear girls say this all the time. Oh, take it from the right. My right side is prettier. Well, for us guys, it's the same shit, okay? I have more acne on my left side, so I tend to take videos and photos more on my right side. Mainly because my acne is always down here, so I tend to always try and get less of my neck and my left side and only focus on my right. So every guy and every girl will have a nicer angle, a nicer side profile. So figure yours out and have some fun with it. So now let's talk about the actual filming techniques that I used in the video. And the first one is pretty simple. It's called depth of field. Now the easiest way to show it to you guys before I show any clips is essentially having an object close enough to your camera so that one of the sides or corners is blurry. So right now what you're seeing is my blurry bottle, which is in the foreground, and me in the background being in focus, which then leads the viewer's eyes to focus on, you guessed it, me. So I use it a lot when I'm doing accessories and or when I'm benching, because that's the easiest, and when I'm deadlifting. Those are the easiest lifts to do in my gym. Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. Just have something in front of your camera. It's close enough so it covers a corner, a side, maybe both sides, like this, whatever. And it makes everything a bit more cinematic. That's the easiest one to do. All you're gonna do is place it and you're fine. Now, the second and the third one is we're gonna be elevating the first one. So number 2 is my favorite. It's called a frame within a frame. So you're taking the first technique, but then you're framing yourself in between those two lines so that you are again the main center of focus. because again, those two lines will be blurred and you will be in focus. And this is probably my favorite technique to do. All you need is two things covering the camera and you're good. It doesn't even need to be a parallel line. It could be a whole square or even a kettlebell or whatever. Like, I use this technique so much. It's become second nature for me. Like, when I walk into a gym, I can kind of already see those angles and be like, that's cool. I can put it there, And also, if you're someone like me that's very shy to whip out a big ass camera, doing this technique kind of conceals your camera away. So there's a downside to that, is that people might not see your camera, but most of the times, for me at least, no one actually really covers the camera. So it's pretty cool. And number 3, it's not really a play on the first one, but you could do it. I do it a lot, and it's called leading lines. Now, on this example here, when I'm doing some dumbbell overhead press, you can clearly see that I have, first of all, the dumbbells are blurred, as in the first technique. But then, if you look at the dumbbells, they're all pointing into one direction. And you guessed it, they're pointing at me. And it's a little optical thing where certain things are leading your eyes to a specific subject. Now, the simplest thing I could give you guys is if, let me draw it out for you. Oh, you guys can't see shit. Well, take this example. You have an X here and there's a line. So let's say this is like when you're driving, there's a yellow line on the floor and you go and sit down and you take a picture. This line will lead the viewer's eyes to the subject, which is going to be you. So similarly, in the gym, I try and do that when I have the opportunity to do that. So if I can find a specific clip of me on the bike, it shows it pretty well, because I'm biking and there's the rails that lead you all the way down to the bike, and it looks really cool. Same thing for these dumbbells. It's a bit less pronounced. If your gym has like handrails or a lot of things that point in a certain direction, this technique works really, really well. So that's it for the filming stuff. Now let's move on to the editing techniques. And there's one big one that I use, and it's the slow zoom. Now, while I've been talking to you guys might have not noticed it because I've been doing it through the whole time I was talking, but I've zoomed in to almost 140% of the footage. So, yeah. I've been zooming in really, really slowly throughout the whole time I've been talking. And I do the same thing when I'm lifting. On some of the clips you'll see, I use this technique because if I just use static shots, it gets really boring. So you do the slow zoom, and then on my reels, I'll do the tracking. So yeah, that's it for the little sit down talk and me showing you guys how I film my stuff solo. And now we're gonna go deadlift. I say now, in about 3 hours time, your boy's gonna go deadlift at the gym. And hopefully you guys spot some stuff I've been talking to you guys about today. And that's that. So, enjoy the little deadlift session. I'm hoping that it's snowing outside so I get some cool snow shots before and after the gym session. But I looked outside at lunch. There was no snow. So, yeah. Cue the music. Let's work out.